The National Assembly held its session today, chaired by Speaker Marzouk Ali Al-Ghanem, to discuss the votes of no confidence against the Minister of Education and Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Saud Al-Harbi, and Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Interior and Minister of State for Cabinet Affairs, Anas Khalid Al-Saleh.
After giving the floor to both sides for each grilling, the National Assembly renewed confidence in both the Deputy Premier, Interior Minister and Minister of State for Cabinet Affairs and the Minister of Education and Minister of Higher Education. We have more details in this report by Mohammed Al-Jasmi.
The National Assembly held its session today, chaired by Speaker Marzouk Ali Al-Ghanem, to discuss the votes of no confidence against the Minister of Education and Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Saud Al-Harbi, and the Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Interior and Minister of State for Cabinet Affairs, Anas Khalid Al-Saleh. The National Assembly renewed confidence in Minister Al-Saleh with the majority of 32 deputies. The result of the request of the vote of no confidence, which was called by name, was rejected by 32 deputies and the approval of 16 of the 48 members in attendance. Before the vote, Speaker Al-Ghanem gave the floor to two of the submitters of the request, MPs Mohammed Al-Mutir and Dr. Adel Al-Damkhi, and two other opponents of the request, namely MPs Rakan Al-Nisf and Khalid Al-Shatli. Earlier in the day, the National Assembly began a special session to consider the request to put forward confidence in the Deputy Premier, and the request was voted on after the conclusion of the debate. Speaker Al-Ghanem announced in the grilling session of Minister Al-Saleh that 10 deputies submitted a request to put forward confidence in the minister after the National Assembly in that session finished discussing the questioning directed by Representative Mohammed Al-Hayef to Deputy Premier, Interior Minister and Minister of State for Cabinet Affairs. The request for a vote of no confidence, in addition to the Representatives Al-Mutir and Al-Dabkhi, included the names of Representatives Khalid Al-Utaybi, Thamar Al-Swait, Dr. Abdul Karim Al-Kandiri, Naif Al-Mirdis, Hamdan Al-Azmi, Abdullah Fahad, Shaib Al-Mawaziri, and Mohammed Hayef. Earlier, the Assembly rejected the no-confidence motion against the Minister of Education and Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Saud Al-Harbi, with a majority of 29 votes to 15. Speaker Al-Ghanem said that during the session on September the 1st, 10 MPs filed a no-confidence motion against the Minister of Education and Minister of Higher Education. MPs Abdul Wahab Al-Babtain, Dr. Badr Al-Mullah, Dr. Abdul Karim Al-Kandiri, Faraj Al-Arbid, Yusuf Al-Fadallah, Umar Al-Tabtabai, Al-Humaydi Al-Subay'i, Dr. Awda Al-Ruwai'i, Dr. Khalil Abul, and Nasser Al-Dawari have filed a no-confidence vote against the minister. At the conclusion of both votes of confidence, Speaker of the National Assembly Marzouk Ali Al-Ghanem concluded the special session of the Assembly, provided the Assembly will hold a regular session next Tuesday.